Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to look at the important things to consider when we are creating the Okta API tokens. Why we need API tokens? In order to consume or call the Okta APIs, we need the API tokens to pass in the API headers as authorization header in order to access or perform certain operations against Okta. Uh, So, in order to perform certain operations, same as we perform those operations from the UI or graphical user interface using the user logged in. Like in this case, this is the super admin I have logged in, and I have almost access to all the features in Okta, and I can modify anything. Which is required, like even I can create or delete the users or assign the users to groups as well as applications. But how we assign the permission to the API tokens, because when we are creating the users, we assign those, grant those permissions under the administrators. Like it's depending on which administrator we assign to that user will get the relevant permission. So how these API tokens are getting the permissions? API tokens are directly deriving the permission from the user who create those API tokens. In my scenario, there are three API tokens, and I have created all these three API tokens using or from or by the super admin user, which is the same user as I have logged in just now. So, so the first thing we have to consider is minimum permission. Give the minimum required permission for the API token. It's the same concept as when we are creating the users and granting them permission. We or the system admins used to give only the required permission for them uh, to perform certain operation based on their role, and those permissions should be sufficient enough as well as is not more for them to perform some of the operations. So similarly, we have to give the minimum required permission for those API tokens as well. So how we can give minimum permissions? So since the API tokens are deriving the permission from the user who is creating those tokens, we should create those tokens using the relevant administrator. What is the relevant administrator? Like for example, if there is a service or application which is calling the Okta APIs, for example, it is calling only the people group and application API to perform certain operations. And when we are creating the API tokens, we should create those API token using the organization administrator, for example, because with the organization administrator, we can create the users, we can update the users, we can assign those users into groups and applications. And if there is an application which is responsible for generating reports, per se, the application name is report service, and for that application to call Okta, it's sufficient to give report admin permission. That user doesn't have to call the user API or any other APIs other than calling the reports related API. So creating those API tokens from the report administrator is sufficient. So the second important thing we have to consider is that create those API tokens using the dedicated administrator or dedicated user. How we can manage those dedicated user? Like I mentioned, like there are we can use various different administrators to create the API tokens with the right permission, so right access rights. But what will happen? For example, I create or I add a user into Okta with my personal email ID. and give report admin permission and create the API token for the report admin, report service to call the Okta APIs to perform report related stuff. What will happen if my user account is deactivated when I leave the organization? So what happens when we delete the user or deactivate the user in Okta is all the other all the tokens, API tokens created by that user also will be deactivated immediately. And when we enable the user back also, those API tokens will be still deactivated, and uh, we will have to create those tokens again. So how we can make sure that API tokens consumed by those applications are consistent and not interrupted, and we can use it as long as the application runs. Have the dedicated user which is common to the organization, not attached with any employee. Like for example, the organization might have a common shared email ID, irrespective of who is in the organization or not. That email inbox should be accessible at all time, irrespective of which user is accessing. For example, a shared email ID or the organization email ID. For example, some organization have a common email ID for admin related operations, or some of them have um, domain or the area specific email IDs for each and every department, or each and every section of the organization will have their dedicated email ID. So you can use those contact email ID to create Okta users, and you can create multiple users with the same primary email address but with different username. In that way, like we should be able to create different users and give various different permissions or administrator roles to individual users to create different um, different API tokens to be consumed by different applications. So, also it's important that even though multiple API tokens might be having same permission, but those are created for various different purposes. Like one is for the user service, and another one is for for example, application management stuff for a different group of users, but they require a same set of permission. But it's advised to have two different users dedicated for each category or each application to create their relevant API tokens, so that when we decommission one of the API, or when we change anything for one of the API, like for example, we are increasing the scope of one of those APIs which have been using the API tokens created by the organization admin, but in this case, it should be a different permission, or reducing the permission is just the read only. So, if we have created those tokens with the same user, we will not have the flexibility of modifying or fine tune those API tokens. So, it's better for each scenario, each service have dedicated user and assign the appropriate administrator permissions and create those API tokens for those use cases. And the third important thing to consider is the uh, is how frequent we are using the API tokens. So the main thing is that, as you can see in this screen, API tokens have expiry time. So what's the expiry time? The expiry time is based on the last used time. So from that last used time, the API token is valid up to 30 days. So as in when you use the API token, this expiry timestamp will be updated 30 days after um, your access time. So make sure that from those applications or from your use cases, the whatever the API tokens you have created are consumed frequently, at least once in 30 days. For example, the report service. So, for example, we are creating or using creating those reports on once a month. So, for example, in some months we have 30 days, 28 days, and in some months we have 31 days. And in those 31 days, like when we create the next token, it might be slightly expired, slightly more than 30 day. It will be 31 day, and the API token would be already expired. So make sure that this API token is used frequently. Like for example, just do a search frequently just to check whether the API token is valid just by querying some of the details frequently, at least once in a week or once in 2 weeks, just to refresh the API token expiry time. Uh, and we don't have to much worry about the other other services which are consuming the APIs frequently. As long as you keep on using the API token, it will be the expiry time will be extended by 30 days, and it does not have um, any lifetime. So as long as you use, you can use it for like as many years you want, as long as the user who has created is still active. Yeah, the fourth important and the last important thing is API security. Uh, since the API tokens having the same permission as the user who has created, it's we should be considerate, or we should be careful, exactly same as when we are granting some permission to some users, or when we are exposing the credential of those admin users, how we are securing the password for that users. Because why we are securing the password for those users? To protect our system being logged in by unauthorized users. So the same thing applies to the API tokens as well. Store the API tokens securely somewhere. Like for example, there are vaults or different application to store the API tokens or secrets securely. Like for example, if you are using the AWS, you can use the AWS secret manager to store the token. Like instead of, especially like when we are doing it, calling those using those APIs in our using those API tokens in our APIs. Tools are used in the applications, and we shouldn't be logging the plain text format API tokens in the application properties. Instead, store them in the secret manager and call them in the runtime, so that make sure that those are not logged, and unauthorized users will not have the access to see the API tokens, and our APIs are protected, as well as the Okta environment is protected. Hope you guys understand something about the important things about the API tokens, and how we should be creating the API tokens uh, securely, as well as the best practices. Thank you.